If you dug straight down through the earth, almost everyone would come out in the sea. These 5 places come out in another city. Wellington is the southernmost capital of any sovereign state on Earth. Dig straight down from it, and you arrive in Spain. Specifically, 58 kilometers from the middle of Valladolid, in the plains of Old Castile. One is a harbor city built on a fault line at sea level. The other sits 700 meters up, 400 kilometers from the nearest coast. When it is midsummer in Wellington, Valladolid is in the depths of winter. Noon in one is close to midnight in the other. They are about as far apart as 2 places on this planet can be. 20,000 kilometers, and it makes no difference which direction you set off in. Every route is the same length. That only happens with Antipodes. Bogotá is the 3rd highest capital city in the world. It sits 2,640 meters up, in a bowl in the Colombian Andes. Directly beneath it, on the far side of the planet, is Bandar Lampung. That is a tropical port on the southern tip of Sumatra, in Indonesia. 8 million people at altitude, opposite 800,000 at the water's edge. Bogotá sits 5 degrees north of the equator. Bandar Lampung sits 5 degrees south. Antipodes always mirror like that, the same distance from the equator on opposite sides. And this is the 2nd time the Andes have come up opposite Southeast Asia. It is about to happen again. Phnom Penh sits on a river delta, 11 meters above the sea. Flat, hot, and built where 4 branches of water meet. Go straight through the planet, and you surface at Huancayo, in the Peruvian Andes. 3,256 meters above sea level. That is a rise of more than 3 kilometers, straight up, for a journey that never moves sideways. It is the steepest altitude flip of any pair on Earth. And here is the pattern, now that it has happened 3 times. The Andes run down the western edge of South America. Their exact opposite, halfway round the world, is Southeast Asia. So the highest cities in the Americas keep landing on the lowest coasts in Asia. Mountains opposite deltas, over and over, purely by accident of where the continents sit. Nobody planned it, it just is. This is the closest pair on Earth, 31 kilometers from a perfect opposite. Arica sits on the coast of northern Chile, at the edge of the Atacama. It is described as the driest inhabited place on Earth, at least as measured by rainfall. Average annual precipitation, there is 0.76 millimeters. Not centimeters, less than a single millimeter of rain in a year. There are years when the gauge records nothing at all. Now go straight down, through the center of the Earth, and come out at Sanya. Sanya is on Hainan Island, at the southern tip of China. It is a tropical resort city. Palm trees, monsoon season, beach hotels. The driest inhabited place on the planet is directly opposite a tropical beach. Same latitude, north and south. Same line through the center of the Earth. And nothing whatsoever else in common. For 4 centuries, Taiwan was known to Europe as Formosa. Portuguese sailors called it Ilha Formosa, the beautiful island. The name stuck on maps and charts until well into the 20th century. Now, on the exact opposite side of the Earth, there is a city called Formosa. It is in northern Argentina, on the Paraguay River, and it is the capital of Formosa province. It is named for the same Spanish and Portuguese word, beautiful. Dig straight down from Formosa, Argentina, and you surface 118 kilometers from Keelung. Keelung is the port at the northern tip of Taiwan, the island that was Formosa. The two places were named separately, on opposite sides of the world, by people who never compared notes. And the weather could not be further apart. Keelung is nicknamed the rainy port. It takes over 3,700 millimeters of rain a year. Formosa, in Argentina, spends its summers between 30 and 35 degrees. In a heat wave, it goes past 40. One is the rainiest corner of Taiwan. The other bakes on a river in the Argentine north. One beautiful island, one beautiful city, on precisely opposite sides of the planet. Named the same thing, centuries apart, entirely by accident. Every antipode here was calculated from coordinates rather than looked up.